It's giving shade.
It's giving dirty.
It's giving what if. Hey listeners, before we jump in today, I would like to share a disclaimer. The views and opinions in this podcast episode are 100% strictly my own. They do not reflect any professional organization, business, or board with which I am associated. The content of this podcast is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. Let's jump in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of It's Giving What If. This is Albert, or Albz. I don't know why I said Albert. That's so weird. It's Albz. It sounds so much better. And we're on another episode. We're hanging out, recovering from a trip, but also back to work on a Monday. And everyone knows how sucky Mondays can be. But here we are. I have the amazing pleasure of hanging out with someone that is very special. One of the spookiest women in the industry. I would like to introduce you listeners to Loré. Loré, how's it going? Welcome.
Hello, everybody. It's going good. I'm doing okay. I can't complain.
Yeah. I can complain.
Go ahead.
It's been a Monday, you know.
Yes, I will agree. Yes.
I think I've had a headache all day. I've had so much stress at work. We had this employee who totally just screwed us over. And now a lot of the work that they were supposed to be doing has been put on me, stuff that I don't know how to do. And so, figuring that out is a headache. And we do things in a year calendar. And so we try to plan things out for the year. And so I now have triple the work to do in the last quarter of the month of the year, so fun.
No. Yes, that sounds awful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it definitely was a Monday. I'm going to agree with you on that.
Yeah. Did you have any issues today or anything that you're just I'm fucking over this?
I think in my position, I work at a school. I'm an educator. Things happen all the time to the point where it doesn't even faze me, they change things so much and it's just all right, whatever. We'll show up, we'll be there, we'll get it done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm used to it. And then you work with so many different types of people. But you do become a little family. Yeah, there's some people that I don't like, but you still have to work with them and you can't treat them badly because the kids are always watching. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
I always say teachers are the biggest actors.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That is very true. I'm I'm trying to think about my teachers. I was I wonder how many of them actually really hated me. I
know.
Can't imagine.
I know, because you try not to you treat everybody fairly, but there's always
girl, we know the truth. When you go home, you're fucking little Albert was a little asshole today. I want to kick his ass.
Yeah. There's always one.
Yeah, there's those little shitheads, Actually, I think I was actually pretty good. I was just a little. I don't know. I just remember in element or preschool, I remember this kid would pick on me all the damn time. And one time I just got tired of him and I bit him. I was
good.
That's what you get.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I was a good kid. I was the kid that followed the rules, did everything right. That was me. So.
But that's because our parents probably scared the shit out of us. If you don't do
probably.
this, you'll see what happens. Or they they did the whole si no te portas bien, el cucuy is gonna get you, and we're
that's
oh,
right.
I don't want to go with the boogeyman.
Yeah, it was just I don't know, I don't think they ever scared us, but we knew if you didn't do good, you're gonna flunk and you're gonna stay in second grade for 5 years. So I always thought about that, and I didn't want that. So
yeah, agreed. Do you ever get to sneak in some folklore or any little stories to the kids?
So the biggest thing, because I work with first grade and second grade, so the biggest thing is Santa Claus. The kids will love to ask you is he real? Because he said he's not real. And I never know what to say. They don't teach us this. Like they don't teach us how to deal with these kind of questions. So my thing is always like, go home and talk to your parents about it. But sometimes I'll get like my best students that are like, are aliens real? And inside I'm like,
Ooh.
let me tell you, but I can't.
So you're not allowed to like say anything about aliens to them?
Technically, like politics, all of that kind of stuff, no. Um, I let them have conversations about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really talk about politics. They're too little, but like, you
Yeah.
know, aliens and ghosts and monsters, especially around this time of year.
Yeah.
These little kids, especially the little Latinos, love watching scary movies, Chucky and The Conjuring, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
who's letting you watch this? So I listen to their conversations as long as it doesn't get like inappropriate. I'm fine with it.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, talking about you said The Conjuring. There's a new movie coming out in the
Yeah,
Conjuring world. Are you excited?
I am excited. It's about time we get some good spooky movies.
I
And I'm
know.
excited for the new Exorcist movie.
Yes. That
Any
looks
movie
legit.
about, yeah, any movie about like possession, anything to do with like the church, and I think it's the Latino in me, like that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. Did you see that one on Netflix? What is it? The Exorcism of a Pope or a
I
Priest or
have
something?
not. I have not seen it yet. And I've been trying to like stay away from hearing what people say,
Yeah.
but I have it saved for like a rainy day, so.
Yeah. It's on
Have you
my
watched
queue
it?
too. No, it's on my queue. I'm ready to watch it, but I'm like, when is the right time? You know?
Right, right.
Did you see that movie Talk to Me?
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Ooh, that was, I don't think it's in theaters anymore, but like it's an A24. It's one where they show the girl at a party and they play this game with this like it kind of looks like a mummified hand, and like they hold it and they're like, talk to me, and like they like connect with these like spirits, and then like she looks like she's possessed, and so the whole movie is kind of about that.
Okay.
And
I
it was
did
good, like really, really good.
I don't think I've ever even heard of that movie.
Really.
Yeah.
Look up the
I gotta
trailer
look
because
it
I
up.
think you'd
Yeah,
love
I
it.
gotta look that
But
up.
the movie did so well that they're already like planning a sequel for it. Like I think the budget was like 4.5 million to make it, and they made like 45 million from it already. So they were like, sequel's coming, but it's really good.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah. So I like to ask my guest, what's been hella annoying to you lately? What is something that's just like, ugh, I can't. You're like, where do I start?
Yeah, like I don't. All right. So the really big annoying thing that I've been dealing with, I want to say like this whole year, is I'm older now. And friendships as an adult have really been bothering me. Um
I feel
my
you.
circle went from like 20 to now 3 people that like I can count on that I know will be there for me. And don't get me wrong, like I understand people get married, they have kids, and that's not me. Like I'm not married, I don't have kids, I never want to have kids. Teaching is
Period.
the best birth control. But like
Teaching is the best birth
it
control, y'all.
is.
Listen to that wise gem.
So like I guess I'm kind of struggling. I I'm the type of person, I don't really reach out too much, but when I do, like you know that you mean something to me. And
Yeah.
then I just feel like nobody ever reaches out, nobody ever checks up on me.
Mhm.
So then it makes you think like, do you even like me?
Yeah.
And I know I shouldn't have these feelings and I shouldn't take it personal, but at the same time, like, don't get mad when you all of a sudden show up and you're like, hey, come to this birthday party or this whatever, and I don't go. So
Yeah.
that's just been a little annoying thing with me.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate you saying that because I think, like you said, we have these feelings that we're like, we probably shouldn't feel this, but it's like real human emotion when like you feel like you contribute to a relationship more, or that like you question like, are these people genuinely like here for me, or are they just like faking this shit? Because like I can
Exactly.
relate. Like I have different layers. I have like acquaintances. I know a lot of people. I see them. If I see them out, hey, how are you? Sometimes they think we're like better friends than we are. But that's my acquaintance. Then I have my like bigger group of friends that I like to hang out with, do things with. And then I have my like very close circle of people that I like. If something happens, those are the ones I call and I like lean on them. But like that kind of in between category, there's a lot of people in that I'm like, I put all this energy into these relationships. I really try to um, elevate my friends and try to like help them be like better, and like whatever I can do, I will do to support them. But it's like, is that returned? And I think that that's a very valid question. Like, I get it. Like you said, people have lives, things happen, things change. But at the same time, if someone's important to you, you will make time to see them, or to like reach out, like, or to just like be like, hey, I'm thinking about you. And
Yeah.
people don't do that shit. Like they get mad when you stop inviting them, or when
Yes.
you stop hanging out with them, or when you're just like, bitch, I don't want to be friends with you. Like I feel like you're using me. And so
Yes.
like that
Yes.
part is like, nope, I'm not here for that. And that's why it is better to have that small circle of friends that like, like these are my friends. We check on each other, we love each other, and we support each other.
Yeah. And another annoyance with this is like the whole I'm just so busy because I'm sorry, you don't take a shit and
No.
I know you're on your phone. Just say hello. Like
Yep, yep, yep. I do most of
yeah.
my texting when I'm in the bathroom. Like I'm in
Yes.
like quiet place. I'm like texting. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, you know.
Yes.
Or, this is another thing I will say. I do have those friends that maybe we don't talk, but we are constantly sending each other memes on like
Yes, I was just gonna say
Instagram
that.
or TikTok. That's a form.
Yes. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And like you said, like I do have a lot of acquaintances, mostly like my work family,
Yeah.
who we do go out all the time and it's a lot of fun. But like I'm not gonna call them up to come to the carne asada, like
Nope. 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 No.
so yeah, it's just different. So I guess I'm just battling with like the adult friendships and how it works and
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that that's such a real thing, and I bet you a lot of listeners are like, yeah, that's it. Like, and there's those people that will be like, it's my boundary, and I'm like, that's not your boundary. You're just really not being a good friend. Like,
Yeah.
that's not a boundary. And I guess if we're gonna talk about boundaries, then my boundary is I don't need to put up with you not being a good friend.
Exactly, and that's
You
how I
know?
feel. I think I've battled it for a couple months, like thinking like try to be understanding, try to, but it's like and I understand like I hate when people say like I have to spend time with my family,
Mhm.
but they live with them, they spend all the time with them and I get it. Like maybe I'm celosa, but like
Whatever. We
just
we can be celosos.
yeah, just like make some time for me too.
Well, and people make time. That, like you said,
Yeah.
they can take a shit, they can scroll TikTok for hours. Like, don't tell me
Yeah.
you're not on your phone, because I know that I'm on my phone, and if I don't respond to someone, it's probably because I don't want to talk to them. That's the truth.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So there it is, y'all. What's been really annoying me here lately? So I kind of was talking about like work and everything, but like besides that, one of the other things that's annoying me is that people that pretend to be like, I guess kind of along the same lines as you, but like your friend, or pretend to help you, but really they're conniving as fuck, and they're like twisting that knife in your back, just watching you like fall apart, and they're like, oh, but I'm here for you, and it's like, but you're the one
Mhm.
causing this. Like, yeah, no,
Toxic friendship.
yes, that's
Toxic
true.
friendship. And now
Hmm.
here, let me say something because I know you're going to be getting married soon. Okay. So I'm divorced. You know this. I've told you that before.
Hmm.
So around the time I was going to get married, friends from like grade school and high school, like all of a sudden started popping up. and saying, "Oh, I miss you. Let's hang out." It's like they knew, and then when the wedding came, they were like, "Oh, are you gonna invite me to the wedding?" And me,
Girl.
of course, I'm the type of person. I'm like, okay.
No.
So like, it's just be
Yes.
careful. There are
Yeah, no,
toxic people out there.
that is the truth. Like, I've had so many people like, oh, when are you getting married? Oh, are you inviting me? Like, or asking questions. You're gonna invite me, right? And I'm like, no. If I would have invited you, you would have known, Or like, I've gotten like messages from people who never like shit on my like social media, and then they're like, oh, I saw you're getting married. Congrats. When's it gonna be? And I'm like, what else do you want to know? Like, just get to the point. Like, you obviously want me to invite you, and I'm like, no, I would have invited you, And I did struggle with that when I made the list because I was like, I love people, and like, there's some people I'm like, sure, I want people to celebrate my love with me, but it's like at the same time, like, you want people there that like genuinely are rooting for you and your partner, and like,
Yeah.
if it's not that or they haven't been part of your life, like, fuck it, like, I don't need them there. And it's not to say that they maybe weren't good friends at one point, but it's like, in this season of my life or in this era that I'm living in right now, are you really someone that I can count on, or someone that like I can lean on, or that I can truly say, oh, Lore has my back, I have her back. We may not talk every day, but like, I would die for you, or I would do whatever for you, But there's a lot of people that don't. They just look to benefit off of you, And I just hate that. And it's like that whole thing, like, I think it's a statistic, or I might be making it up, but like, when there's like a crime, they usually say that the criminal comes back to the scene to like witness, what's going on. And so like, that's how I feel those people are. It's like, oh, here I am supporting you, but it's like, that shit's not genuine. It's fake as fuck.
Yeah. And it goes more than just friendship. It's family too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Family can be so toxic. And that's something my mom and I argue about a lot lately. Because my mom's so like, that's your family. You got to support them. You got to be there. And I'm just like, no. Like, I don't like them. I don't agree with their beliefs. Like, I'm just, no.
I am here for that. Like, I think that is exactly what people need to be honest about. If anything, in this time and age, there's just no time for like fake toxic friendships, and we don't have to put up with them. Like, and then like they subliminally will like post all this shit like, oh, I'm so tired of being this. I'm like, all these memes you keep posting are about yourself. Like, that's who you genuinely are. So is this like you deflecting or like who you are? I don't know. You're projecting this shit really hard right now.
Yep.
So, but let's move on to what if scenarios.
Gosh.
So, what if you woke up and you're like, hey, Lore, it's your wedding day. You're going to get married, but you have to pick either Frankenstein or Mothman.
Ooh, now I love me some Mothman.
I know.
But Frankenstein is just so big.
Yeah.
He's so big and like thick.
Yeah.
So maybe Frankenstein.
Listen, you could be the bride of Frankenstein, get that little updo that she has,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking already. I'm already planning it in my head. Like, maybe get a black wedding dress with my hair up.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely Frankenstein.
Do you think he's like the better lover out of the two?
No, I think he'd actually be really bad. I think Mothman would be a little more wild. Okay. But I don't know. I just want to climb Frankenstein.
I love that. So, what if you woke up in an animal's body, but you still had like your consciousness and like all your knowledge? Like, what would be like your first thoughts you had?
It would depend on the animal. And here's the thing. I recently discovered I'm terrified of like the ocean.
Okay.
So if I woke up as any type of ocean animal, I would die of anxiety. Okay.
Yeah.
I would hope it'd be like a foresty animal.
Okay.
But if I had my same consciousness, Well, one, I'd be confused. I feel like I'm trying to think like what type of animals are very like family driven because that's who I am. So I think
Okay.
I'd be really lonely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Wolves and elephants are very like pack and herd animals.
and those are like my spirit animals, like
Okay.
because my last name actually means
Hmm.
village of wolves. And
Hmm.
so like wolves is like a big thing in my family. We all the cousins, like we have a wolf tattoo. Like we're proud of our
Oh,
pack, right?
nice.
And then elephants, I've just always had a love for elephants because they're so peaceful.
Yeah. They're majestic as fuck and
Oh
just
yeah.
like loving. Like they grieve the loss of their loved ones. Like yeah, they're complex.
Yes.
All right. What if you let's see. What if you became a rapper and you wrote like a fire verse and you had to pick it for like one of your favorite songs, English or Spanish? What verse? Where would you hop on with that verse?
A rapper. Okay, so like I would love to be featured like on a Cardi B song.
Oh,
I enjoy me some Cardi B.
yes.
But then I also feel like I would like to just pop into like maybe like a Miley Cyrus song or a Taylor
Oh,
Swift song, like just fit it in there.
yeah, yeah. I love that.
And
Kind of
also
like
I
Ice Spice hopped on Taylor's song. I really liked that.
and I like that. Yeah, I liked that. So yeah, maybe something like that. But I'm not good at rapping, so
Listen, in this world, this alternative universe, you're the like fire rapper that
oh, okay.
no one knows yet.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So, share with our listeners a little bit about your podcast, like what you do, like what you're excited about coming up, and kind of like what your vision is for your podcast and what that podcast is.
Yeah, so my podcast is known as Creepy Chisme, which is how I found Albz. Because I was like, let me search Chisme and make sure nobody has this name. And then Coffee and Chisme popped up and I was like, and then I started following you guys. But it's just about anything spooky. So I feel like a lot of podcasts are very focused on like one subject, whether that's finding Bigfoot or aliens or true crime, a lot of true crime. And I just never found a podcast that fit all my needs, like
Yeah.
everything I wanted to listen to. And then, like, just growing up, like, I was always the one that everyone comes to and they're like, you got any spooky stories for us? Have you heard anything recently? And so I would just share it with people.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had told me to like do YouTube,
Oh.
but self-image issues and I don't want to be in front of a camera. So I was like, let me try podcasting. I love writing. I love doing research, and especially when it's something you love. So
Yeah.
paranormal, hauntings, cryptids, all of it. I like to cover all of it. So that's kind of where the idea came up from. I've been on a little hiatus. Summer's really not my season, and
Mhm.
it's definitely affecting my podcast. So, but I've been getting really excited because spooky season is coming, and I don't want to say it yet, but I have an idea for the months of like end of September, October for Halloween.
Ooh. Okay.
So hopefully that will work out for me. And I like have people begging to be on the podcast, and I need to get my shit together, set up a schedule, and get them on to share their
Yeah.
spooky stories. Because that's what I love is to hear from people, and just everybody has experiences, whether it be
Yeah.
aliens, hauntings, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much
Wow.
what it is. So be sure to check out Creepy Chisme.
Yes. Where can they find it?
You can find it on really anywhere. It's I know it's on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and then pretty much anywhere podcasts can be heard. You can also find me on TikTok. I do separate little short stories there, and I have a big following there. And I think I want to start doing lives, which is going to be
Ooh.
something whole, really new for me. But to get more people and to hear their stories and experiences and
Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Wow.
for the future, I hope.
Y'all, I'm telling you, like Lore This podcast is really fun. It's engaging. I still, to this day, one of my favorite episodes is the one about Disney. I just love Disney, and it's like I didn't know all these other stories around this like happiest place on earth, and so yeah, definitely would recommend checking it out, y'all.
I have another Disney episode coming up. A cousin of
Ooh.
mine who's like the biggest Disney fanatic. We're gonna do one together, so there's more for you.
Oh, yes. I'm excited.
Yes.
What is your like dream place to visit that's haunted or that you've read about that you're just like, that's where I would love to go?
Oh, so many. I want to go to like where is it? Where the haunted castles. Any like England, Germany, like out that way. I want to visit the haunted castles. But I actually live in the Midwest, and there's a lot of places around here. I lived close to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, which is like the most haunted cemetery in the US. And it's abandoned. It's from like the 1800s. But like, I mean, everyone I've ever known, because you have to trespass. Not that I'm going to. I'm not going to do it.
I won't tell. Shh, listeners, keep it a secret.
Yeah. But like everyone who's ever gone there has experienced something. Yeah, whether it's strange lights, like voices being touched, like it's really haunted.
Wow.
So I've never gone. I've always been too chicken. But I do want to go. I want to go. And then there's a place over in, I want to say Philadelphia, might be Pittsburgh. It's the East State Penitentiary.
Okay.
It's an abandoned prison. It's an abandoned prison, and it's supposed to be really haunted. So like any of those, there's also like an abandoned asylum, maybe about an hour drive towards Indiana from me because I'm really close to Indiana. That's another place. So
wow, that's exciting. Yeah, no, I think I'm a chicken when it comes to that, but like I think it would be fun to just like be in the space,
Yes, me too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a chicken. I am. But I recently met up with this guy from Paranormal Chicago.
Okay.
And he does ghost tours, and he's like, I could take you anywhere. He does the suburbs, he does the city, and there's a lot of haunted history in Chicago. If you follow me on TikTok, I do a lot of short stories on haunted Chicago. And so, yeah, my family's looking to book something with him. So hopefully this October, yeah.
So have you ever thought like maybe like doing like a tour, like going on like with your podcast, going on a tour and doing like haunting like investigations in different states?
So I have a few podcaster friends that do investigations. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm too scared. I really am. I'm too scared because I've known some people that have had things like attached to them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I'll do it once. I know I'll do it once. I just don't know where. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to the Winchester Mystery House before. Have you heard of that?
Oh, I do want to go there too. Yes.
Yeah. It was like it's always hard when it becomes like an attraction that you pay for and it becomes like this gimmick sort of. But I will say there was something about being in that house that gave me really like eerie vibes. And like I didn't think, because I'm not that person that like really like, it's really hard for me to like believe in like entities unless like I don't not believe in them, but for me to be like, oh yeah, this has happened, like it takes a lot. And so like for me to go there and just feel like this weird presence was odd, and it was a very creepy like experience. And just like the weirdness of like the doors leading to nowhere, just like imagining the chaos that Mrs. Winchester, was it Mrs. Winchester? Yeah, like went through in building this house, and like, I mean, it's insane. Like, listener, if you don't know about it, I definitely recommend looking it up. It's in San Jose, California, and I think the story goes a little like she was building this house. Her husband, like there was like her husband died or something.
Yeah.
and like in order for her to not like get the same ill fate,
Yeah,
like
I think she was just mental.
yes, no, yeah,
But it is creepy. It's definitely creepy. Yes.
and they're the inventors of the Winchester rifle.
Yes. And like the family, people think they're cursed because like they've all died. Like a lot of them committed suicide, and yeah.
There is a movie about it, but I did not really like the movie.
I think I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't remember it, so it probably wasn't good.
Yes. So, but so now I have some advice that a listener wrote in. So it's actually perfect that you're here because I think you can help with this.
Okay.
All right. So this one's actually anonymous. So, dear Albz, I have grown up in a very religious family, us too. My parents are terrified that Halloween is the devil's holiday and any form of celebration honors him. I have always wanted to dress up and have fun, but I would be mortified if they found out. My parents are old school as fuck, but everyone around me loves and celebrates Halloween. Are they all worshiping the devil, or are my parents flat out wrong? Would you like to?
Probably not the question for me.
Go, girl. Go off, girl. Go off.
Because I already know my answer. But I mean, I'm trying to be understanding with her parents or their parents, because religion, as we know, is very good at, I don't want to say brainwashing.
It is.
But that's pretty much what they do.
Yeah, it is.
So your parents, they're always going to believe that, and that's fine. That's their belief. But I don't know. They should know you as a person. You're their child. And if you want to dress up, I mean, as long as you're not wearing like inverted crosses, and I don't see anything wrong with it. There's definitely not anything wrong. And if you go back and look at the history of Halloween and costumes, it was actually like a pagan thing, and can even go further than that. And it's all a celebration. It's like all a celebration for the new harvest, for the new moon. Like, I don't really see anything satanic. What made it that way is, guess what?
Religion. Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe even like I can't say 100% pagan. I know in like the Wiccan religion, there's no such thing as the devil. Do you know in the pagan religion, is there a devil figure?
They believed in a lot of gods. I'm not sure if there was like a devil.
Let me look this up real quick because I don't think so.
Yeah, because you don't, like, anytime I run in, everything always goes back to like the paganism. Even Christianity stole things from pagans. So like, I don't really remember reading much on like anything evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this says, this is the question. Do pagans worship the devil? Let's see. The short answer is no. Satan is a Christian construct, and so he's outside of the spectrum of most pagan belief systems, including Wicca. If someone tells you they're a Satanist, then they're a Satanist, not a Wiccan. It is also important to keep in mind that most people who self-identify as Satanists do not, in fact, worship Satan as a deity, but instead embrace the concept of individualism and ego. Many Satanists are, in fact, atheists, particularly among those who follow Levian Satanism. Others consider themselves hedonists. So there you have it, listeners. Satan is a Christian religious construct, and so there's no worshiping the devil in those other religions. So and that's the thing is, like, my answer to that was, do it. Like, your friends are obviously not all worshiping the devil. You're not the only person in the world that doesn't worship the devil, and everyone that celebrates Halloween does. Like, that's not what Halloween is. And so, like, if you go back and look, like Laura said, the history of Samhain and what it really was and where it originated and what it means, and then kind of how it's just been morphed into this very capitalistic holiday where like there's so much profit off of it. Sure. And is it based in like spookiness and lore and like all these like elements of like mystery? Yes, but it doesn't mean you're worshiping an evil lord or anything. Like that's just a little outdated, you know. And I'm sorry, your parents probably were told that as kids and they probably genuinely were terrified and believed it, but I think it's important to educate yourself on what the reality is and then make the best decision based on that. And if you want to dress up and you don't want to dress as anything satanic or scary, then go with sexy. That always doesn't go wrong, you know.
That's right.
So, good question though. I definitely think it is hard. I'm lucky enough that my family has never like been like that. Kind of like you were saying, like at a young age, we were watching Chucky, we were watching all kinds of things. There was no like, oh, el diablo te va a llevar, like none of that. No.
I agree. I did have one in our family, which actually is really sad because her and I were very close.
Really?
And honestly, like I've always questioned religion, even as a kid. Like I would ask my mom, why are we doing this? Why do we have to do this? Why do I have to make my communion? And so it just was always like I didn't understand all the rules and all the, you know, especially like the judgment, like, oh, he's gay, so he's going to hell. Like I didn't understand that as a kid. So I had a cousin I was really close with, very close. Like we would go out, we would do the spooky stuff together. And she moved a little bit away and she started going to a new church.
Oh.
And it was a Christian church. And she used to tell me all the time, like, you should come. They have live music. And I'm like, no, this is not for me. Like, it's not for me. Yeah. And I'm like, no. And like, the last straw for me was Easter. And she was like, you have to come with me. Like, it's a whole day party. There's food and the people are so nice. And I'm like, you're not listening to me. Like, I don't agree with religion and I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Period. And she was just like, well, you're going to go to hell. Like, just snap. No. Yes. She was just like, you're going to go to hell. And then she just started like judging me. She was like, you're always wearing black and you need to pray to Jesus. And I'm like, and then I just was like, and this is why I'm not going to your Easter party. And then we just stopped talking to each other. And I still see her like at family parties, but I say hello, but that's it. That's it.
That's just wild to think that these people are so indoctrinated into this thinking that like if you're not with them, you're against them. And it's like if you're not going to church, you're gonna like go to hell and you're just like a demon. Like I'm like, you know what? Like based on the way you treat me and you act, I would rather hang out in hell with the demons. Like you're just terrible.
That's what I say, because otherwise your heaven is boring. So.
Exactly. Like y'all are just gonna sit around and judge people and like
exactly.
Drink water, you know,
yeah, this just to me it just sounds so boring. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah. That's it's sad because there are a lot of people that truly are terrified because they've been like taught this. But you know, there is like a lot of there's like a huge movement just like across the nation that like a lot of people are leaving religion, and I think that that's the thing. And I saw this. Actually, I listened to this podcast. It's called Politics Girl. And she like talked a lot about how religion is actually used to oppress people and to keep them uneducated. And so like, that's why like a lot of political figures that we see right now running on like, on the pillars of religion can easily manipulate their audience because those people like follow so blindly, or they're like, yeah, I want to go to heaven. And this dude over here is spouting this hate, but like, he knows what I got to do to go to heaven. And it's like, they're not asking the questions. They're not educating themselves. And so like, again, like somehow like the lure and like the evil and like Halloween and all that is like bad, but it's like, but this religion that brainwashes you and makes you erase your identity is not. Like, I don't understand why they don't see that. I mean, I guess being in it, you don't see that parallel.
Yeah. And definitely with this person in my family is when I really saw what religion can do to somebody, because she was just like me. We were interested in the same things. We went to the movies to see scary movies, and like she just within like 3 months like became a whole new person. And I mean, I'm happy for her. She found her people, but like Yeah. Most of the people that I have met in life that are so judgmental are super religious people. So,
Yeah.
says a lot.
Yeah. So, in short, basically go celebrate Halloween, get fucked up, dress up, do whatever you want, like eat all the candy, like eat all the pumpkin stuff, like enjoy. It's like Halloween is literally like the best holiday in the world, and it's like it makes me sad that this individual is like missing out. Like
Yes.
I don't know. I would celebrate Halloween 24/7 if I could.
Same.
Have you put up your decorations yet?
Slowly but surely. Yes.
I
They're
have
coming
one
out.
out right now.
What?
One out. I'm getting there. I this weekend I'm working on like I have to go to like the shed and like pull out like
Mm-hmm.
all my decorations because like we're getting married in October, so it's gonna be a gothic
Oh my
wedding.
gosh, I love it.
And yeah. And so like we're gonna be so busy with that we probably won't decorate like we normally would.
Mm-hmm.
But I at least want decorations like on the inside. Like
Yeah.
that's my
Because
big
it just makes you feel good. Like I have little lights that I put around my
yes.
TV and like I don't know.
I need to get lights around my TV.
Oh, it's
I
oh
love
my
those pictures that have all those lights. Like that's like my peace, and that's what I'm saying. Like these people that think Halloween is evil, it's like literally Halloween just brings me like a very like calming sense of peace and like
yeah.
happiness and love and like I don't know.
I don't know. Like I just thrive in the fall. Like everything about it.
Yeah. So they can't take our happiness away.
No, that's right. They can't. And it's funny that because a lot of people ask me, right? Did you put up your Halloween stuff? And honestly, like, yeah, I just said a little, but like most of my decor is already spooky.
I love
So
it.
I guess it's been out. A lot of skulls, a lot of
Yeah,
like, yeah. So there's
I
not
love that.
much to put out, but
I love that. Well, and that's the thing. It's like we have little decorations like in our room. Like we have like my fiance is really into like the Bride of Frankenstein, so he has like his monsters, like he likes the like
love it.
original horror monsters like on his stuff. We have a lot of like ghost face decorations. Our rug on in our room is like a little ghost face rug. So we're like legit celebrating. I did find, and I will plug this. I don't know them, but I found this website called Not Your Average Babe,
Okay.
and she does a lot of like horror merchant, like swag. And so, like, I bought this super cute ghost face shirt that's like red and black tie dye, and it's like got him on the front, and then he got like a really cute Bride of Frankenstein shirt
Oh,
that he loves, and then I got a really cute like Casper the Friendly Ghost shirt that I haven't worn yet, but I'm like super excited to wear that. And I just need to go back on there. Like it took a while to get my stuff, but they were like it's really cute and like quality stuff.
good. Yeah. See, but like I wear horror shirts all year.
Yeah,
So it's just part of me. It's just
yeah. We definitely wear Ghostface all year long too. Like that's kind of our thing for sure.
yeah, mine is
Um,
Michael Myers. I have tons of
oh,
Michael Myers shirts, sweaters, socks, calzones. Like I have a lot
really?
of yeah, like
I need some underwear.
they have tons of
Yeah.
underwear for
Okay.
Halloween. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
telling you, this is like when I buy my house decor, my clothes, my like this is the time. Yeah.
Have you been to the spirit store this year?
Not yet, but I always do go and get a
So,
lot of stuff.
girl, let me tell you, we went and I was like a kid in the candy shop. I was just like, I want to buy everything. Please don't buy anything. Like, we literally, like, this year they have a lot more like ghost face stuff, like a lot more like cool like bags. So if you like I think they had it might have been Michael Myers or maybe Chucky, but it was like a like cross bag that was a knife,
Oh,
cross
nice.
bags that were pumpkins, like I mean, so much cute stuff. Like I want to buy it all. Like
I
I'm gonna go
know.
broke. I'm gonna go so broke.
No. I feel you.
But I'm glad. Like Michael is a pretty cool like dude. I think he's scary, but he's a really like OG for sure.
Yeah, let me tell you my Michael Meyer where it began, my
Oh,
infatuation. So
okay.
I was about maybe 4 or 5. And every Halloween, my uncle, he would like do it up big. He would decorate his whole house, and his neighborhood was like literally what you see in a movie, like kids running everywhere across the street, everyone's giving out candy, people have bonfires, all of that. So that's what I grew up with, and I think that might have a lot to do with like my love for Halloween. That was always just so exciting, and then the smell and the look of fall, like all of it. So I was about 4 or 5, and I was sitting in his living room, and he had a big glass door that he always left the door open. You could see out because trick-or-treaters were just constantly coming to the door.
Wow.
And I just remember this so vividly. This man, he would always dress as Michael Myers and walk around the neighborhood. That was like his thing on Halloween, which growing up, come to find out, it was actually my uncle's friend. So like, thank God he never walked in the house because I would have died. But as a 4-year-old little girl, I'm sitting on the couch, and I knew Michael Myers because the movie played in the background, and he was walking in the middle of the street, and it was already like 10 o'clock at night. We were already like packing up, getting our candy ready, and he was walking down the street, and he stopped, probably to look in the house to see my uncle, but like he stopped and he did the slow turn and just stared into the house. And I remember looking at him, and I was just like frozen. And ever since that day, I've been obsessed with Michael Myers.
See, and that makes sense because now you're like, I like Frankenstein. He's so big, and Michael Myers is a big motherfucker.
Yes.
Okay. So your next partner is gonna be like Michael Myers, Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, definitely. At least 6'2", 6'3".
Your wish is your command. You will get that. Put it out there, girl. Manifest it into reality.
Oh yes. Oh my God, my manifesting has been on point. Let me
really?
tell you.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what I did. I don't know how this happened, but I'm not kidding. Like the past year, even my sister's like, "You're scaring me." Like,
girl, put it out there.
Oh yeah.
Put it out there. We're winning the lottery is the next thing you're gonna manifest.
I know, and I always forget to play. And somebody in Indiana always wins. I'm right here. Like I need to go play in Indiana.
Yes, let's do it. Make it a thing. Like so my thing right now, like my biggest thing that I would love is like if I could win the lottery, I would love to open a Halloween theme park, like all year long. Do it all up.
Love it.
And you would be part of that.
Oh, well, I've always wanted to do a haunted house.
I used to. So when I worked at a after school program, I used to do like a haunted house like every year. That was like the thing I started, and like we would go shop at all these stores, spend a ton of money, and then go decorate it, and like the kids would like love it. They were like elementary school age, and they would just love it. And that's like I remember when I was even like a kid, I had a fascination for haunted houses. Like we would like half of us would like my cousin would like stand outside, the other would go in the room and like get it dark and set it up like a haunted house and hide in our bunk bed where it's like there's no real hiding places in that room. And they're like, all right, come in, and they'd come in and be like a haunted house, and then we would swap out and do it. It was
I love it.
That's a good memory you just unlocked for me. Thank you.
Aw. I've thought about that, but it is so expensive. So expensive. You definitely have to be rich to do that.
We have to win the lottery.
Exactly.
And I mean, just think about like all the things you could do. You could do like themed restaurants, themed bars, themed foods, rides, haunted houses. Like it would be magical. I love that. Is there anything in Chicago that's kind of like along that line?
So we get a lot of pop-up bars in Chicago.
Ooh.
So like last fall, I remember they did a Sleepy Hollow one, Beetlejuice, Harry Potter. They always do Harry Potter every fall, which I love Harry Potter too. So that's been like super popular in Chicago. I don't know. They go everywhere though, but it'll pop up for like the month of October. And then, so maybe I need to check some of those out this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a friend coming in October, and she's always up for spooky stuff. So yeah, maybe we'll hit up one of those.
Yeah, I would love that. And it's like, why don't they do it all year long? Like people would go to these things.
Yes, that's my thing. That's what I say. Like, why don't people do it all year? Because my haunted house would be open all year. What they started doing out here in Chicago is they do like Valentine haunted houses.
Yeah, we used to have some of those.
Yeah, I went to a Christmas haunted house
Me
last
too.
Christmas. Yeah, and it was so much fun.
Mhm.
So I hope
Yeah,
they do more of them.
yeah, yeah. One thing that I saw that they started doing after COVID was they started doing haunted houses in car washes, and
Yeah,
like you stay in your car and go through them. I was like, I want to go to one of those.
I'm afraid of clowns though, so
Yeah, Spirit Store has a lot of clown stuff right now, so be
yes.
careful. But yeah, that would be definitely a dream come true to be able to just like create one or like be at one like all the time. It's something that no one has done, and there's got to be a reason why no one has done it, but it's like it needs to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
I recently went to a what is it called? Midwest Haunters Convention. So it's like a convention just
Ooh,
for the haunted houses around the area. And
wow.
there's one, it's like top 10, I think, in the country. It's called Hell's Gate. It's
Ooh,
on my Instagram in my followers because I do follow them. But it's like
okay.
supposed to be super scary, and it really does look scary.
Really?
They have trained actors as their workers, so like a
Damn.
lot of them have studied acting, and like it's like a whole 40-minute show. But
Ooh, I
like
love that.
you're walking through the haunted house, and I was talking to the lady though. I don't know if she was the owner. I don't think she was the owner, but I was telling her how, like, I want to go this year. I'm scared, but she's like, no, come, bring your kids. Like, it's good. It's going to be so fun. She was like, it's not that scary, but I've heard otherwise.
You're like,
But,
no.
but then I told her, like, I would love to work at your haunted house because I was a theater nerd. So, like, that's my thing. And I almost did work at a haunted house one time. And she
Ooh.
said that they get because people come from like all over to go to this haunted house. It's famous. And she said if you contact them, you can volunteer for one night and work in their haunted house.
What?
That's what she said. So she was like, you should do it. And I'm thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
That
Do
would
it.
be
Do it.
fun. But she said that they get people all the time that volunteer and they just put them in a spot for the night.
Wow.
Do their
Where is it at?
It's in Lockport, Illinois. I want to say it's like maybe an hour out of Chicago.
You need to do it.
It would be fun.
Yeah, that's you. I would go with you if I could. Like, that's
Yeah.
legit. They the Mall of America this year I heard has like a huge haunt attraction.
Really?
And like yeah, and supposedly it's huge. So I like just Google Mall of America haunt
Mhm.
attraction and you'll see like and I'm just like so tempted to go up there in September just because like October's gonna be crazy, but like if they open mid-September, so I'm like if I go in September, I can drive up there. It's like an 11-hour drive from Oklahoma, and then I could legit like attend it on a Saturday night and drive back Sunday. I can
Yeah.
make this happen. Definitely can do this. But you're probably closer, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, the Mall of America is probably three hours, maybe.
You may
Yeah.
have just
We used
made
to
some
go when we were
friends.
little out there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you should go.
Chicago's just like such a great area. Like we're so close to everything.
Yeah. 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 I think you're like 11 hours from us too. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah. Oklahoma's just out there, you know. So all right, Lore. Now it's time to play a game. I hope you're ready.
Oh boy.
And this is
Okay.
called Song Association. And
Oh
the way
God.
this is played is I will give you a word and you will have 15 seconds to sing a song that uses that word.
Okay.
And you can do Spanish or English. And yeah, any questions before we get started?
No, let's do it.
All right. First one is wake. So 15 seconds for wake. Go.
Wake. I have nothing for wake. Wake up on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Could be
Maybe
New York,
London
baby.
or
Yeah, that was my jam.
good job. That was good. That was really good. See? I was thinking of Evanescence, Wake Me Up.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
another one.
There was another one that came to my mind.
Wake me up before you go.
Yeah.
Don't leave me.
Or Katy Perry's I'm wide awake.
Oh yes.
So good job. All right. Second word is story. 15 seconds for story. Go.
It's a love story, baby. Just say yes. I'm on a Taylor Swift, like she's in my head all the time right now.
Did you see her in Chicago?
I did twice.
Whoa.
Yes. And I get to see her next year too.
Oh.
Again, manifested the code and got it.
Really?
Literally, they said 5% of 31 million got a code, and I was one of them. And I got tickets within like 10 minutes. It was crazy.
Were they expensive?
No, my resale ticket was expensive when I went in Chicago, but it was just, I think I paid $120 for my tickets in Indianapolis. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. Wow. All right, third word. So you have 2 out of 6. You're doing well. The word is high. So 15 seconds for high. Go.
I'm blank. I'm blank. Oh my gosh.
Time.
I'm done. Right. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't think. I can't think.
You're still.
I had like a bunch coming at the same time, and I still can't get it out. It's a song about getting high.
Yeah, I was thinking, let's get high.
Is that the song I was thinking of?
Or the what's his name? He's like, I was gonna go to class, but then I got high.
That's a good song too.
All right.
Boom.
Fourth word is dance. 15 seconds for dance. Go.
I'm feeling Lady Gaga. What is her song? Dance, dance. No, wait, I'm getting another song. Dance, dance, dance. Dance. What song is that? Justin Timberlake. Dun, 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 dance, dance.
Yeah,
girl.
good job. Yeah, can't stop the feeling. Can't stop the feeling.
My nephew plays it all the time. That's why it popped in my head.
You got it. All right. So the fifth word is heart. 15 seconds for heart. Go.
All I'm thinking is Toni Braxton. Unbreak my heart. Ooh. Say you love me again.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
Good job. So you are 4 out of 5. So let's see if you can do 5 out of 6.
Oh God. Okay.
The final one is night. 15 seconds for night. Go.
Night. We're gonna have a good night tonight. It's all right. What song is that? That's an old song. I don't know.
That sounds very familiar.
We're gonna have a good night tonight. It's all right.
You got it.
I gotta look it up. What song is it? Celebrate. Isn't that Celebrate?
Yes.
It is Celebrate.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, what song is it? It sounds familiar. Good job. You got 5 out of 6. So that's pretty solid. I am proud of you. How do you feel?
What do you mean after the game? Stressed?
Yeah. Oh.
Actually, that's my game because I'm so bad with like song names. And so like when I'm telling someone, oh, did you ever hear that song? And then I have to sing it to them because I'm so bad with names.
Yeah.
So that's a good game for me.
Good job. You rocked it out of the park. All right. So this is a time where I tell you listeners that if you haven't done so already, please get on and like, rate, subscribe to It's Giving What If, but also to Creepy Chisme. And make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Really, if you don't, then the demons are going to come get you. And I know you don't want that. So it's kind of like a sage, right? Like they got 5 stars, they get a little sage bundle, and they're protected. So listener, 5 stars. Tell us how much you love us. And if you hate us, just give us 5 stars and say, I really, really hate you. It's 5 stars worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, if you have a question or advice that you would like answered on a future episode, go ahead and submit that. You could email it to itsgivingwhatif@gmail.com, or you can get on SpeakPipe's website and look for It's Giving What If. You can send a voice memo that way. And if you want to sponsor a future coffee, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/itsgivingwhatif to sponsor a coffee. Y'all, it's been such a pleasure. And Loré, you are so amazing. I just love talking to you. And
I love talking to you too, Albz.
You literally are like my spooky sister from the grave and beyond. And I just love everything you're doing.
I need to get you on Creepy Chisme. We're going to do an episode.
Yes.
I promise.
Yes.
I promise.
I would love that. It would be such an honor because, like, honestly, you're just like killing the game and like you're just so talented and genuine. And I think that that's like what I like in my podcasters is just that genuineness and just like being able to connect on a human level. And
thank you. That means a lot.
So, fans, listeners, please go check out Creepy Chisme and show Loré all the love in the world because it really does help. Like, we do this, it's a lot of work. We try to live life, and it's like it's good to know that you like it, you know.
Yes.
So, any message for our listeners, Loré, before we head out?
No, just enjoy the spooky season.
Yes.
Stay spooky and keep spreading the chisme, everybody.
Period. Period. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
It's Giving What If.